Just woke up at the ranch, bit rusty. Forgot the power of beer and wine in the combo. But just wanted to show off these little gifts that they gave us. The wife knitted a couple of garments, and then the senor just gifted us a mate, which means a lot.
Camino para el viaje.
What do you reckon, buddy?
Está lleno. 6 litros, no sé.
6 litros. Ya le traigo para cobrar.
Gracias.
Nada de oro.
Gracias.
Está divino.
Sí.
¿De dónde venís?
Empezamos en Bolivia.
En Bolivia.
Soy de Australia. Ya fuimos a Ushuaia y vamos a Alaska.
¿Alaska?
Es el plan, sí.
Te felicito.
Gracias.
La verdad que... ¿Qué más?
Gracias. Ciao.
Suerte.
They're always a good vibe at the fuel stations, eh? We're right next to the beach, and I had to turn around, and I've now stopped off because we've got to check out this bit of an art piece, in my opinion. Let Paddy out. Break. The kind of stuff that you don't see as a tourist when you're just in a bus. We're taking an alternate route today. We're just coastal driving, having a good time. And on the side of the highway, we've just seen this. Wow. You guys know I do appreciate abandoned places. This is freaking awesome. Man, oh man. This would have been a spot at one point. I don't know how legal it is to check this out, but we're here anyway. It might have been a nightclub at a point. I don't know. Holy heck. There would have been just like the craziest parties in this spot, I reckon. Jeepers, man. This is absolutely insane. It's 3 stories as well. Good girl, Patty. So the ocean's one side, and then this is like a river outlet, potentially a lake that sits in the back. That's just insane. Mate. Hello? Hola. Relax. We're okay. Maybe it's 4 stories. That's a room down there. Wow, man. See, like, I don't know if we're on private property currently. Isn't that what all abandoned places are? But I don't think we're gonna go upstairs. We're going upstairs. Jesus. This is hectic. I'm a bit worried about this wood. No windows, no doors. Jeepers. I'm a bit worried about these wooden stairs. We're gonna go no further than that. And Paddy's having the best time. Good girl, all right. Such a weird layout. It's a symmetrical house, identical staircases either side. Rooms like this. This is the exact same layout as it is upstairs. Scared the shit out of both of us, buddy. This one's still got a bathroom in it. We've got this same layout room on both sides in floor 1, 2, and 3. And then there's like a divider. And then this exact same layout is on the other side. It's the nicest, cleanest, most decorative and beautiful abandoned house we've ever seen. It's kind of out of place. It's just got really nice houses either side. I'm gonna go put Paddy in the tuk-tuk and talk to the neighbor here who's painting something. Hola, ¿cómo anda? So this lady's seen me, I've just said hi. Perdón, solo quiero preguntar, ¿qué es eso? ¿Por cuánto tiempo? Y a veces gente mala entrar o no tienes problema.
Sí, el año pasado.
No
Las
es,
dos es cierto.
es algo, es algo.
Como que lo inauguraron y la señora se suicidó,
¿Ah, sí?
la dueña.
Es re interesante. Y llama mi atención cuando estuve conduciéndolo.
Claro.
¿Y eso es río?
No, es una laguna.
Wow. Tienes todo, como el mar.
Mar y
Eh,
laguna.
Wow. Everybody's so nice in Uruguay. I just waved to the lady in the house and was just like, hey. And she just was happy really to just chat and answer some questions. So she basically said that this attracts many foreigners, but also a lot of bad people. So a bit of the both, to just check it out and basically like sleep the night or take things, unfortunately. So that's why it's like you're left with nothing in there. But the story is that it has an owner, but the theory behind it is that the owner unalived herself inside that house. So she knows about that just because she lives right next door, and she was saying that that's a lake behind them, and then that's the freaking ocean. So she's in a very like gorgeous spot. I've never seen anything like it where the two meet like that. And Patty, why are you barking anytime I leave the tuk-tuk now? Where are you learning these bad habits?
Esa piel morena me vuelve loco. Ay, ay, ay. Yo me enamoré con tus bellos ojos. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, morena, porque me vuelves loco. Ay, ay, ay. Tú te miras más buena que la foto. Ay, ay, ay.
We only found out about this 360 bridge because the lady that was on the other side, like the neighbor of that abandoned house, just told us about it. So I kind of want to camp the night at her place. I'm going to literally go back and be like, hey, it's kind of getting late, it's cold, I've got a tent. We don't have anything organized. When I cut the camera short, we talked for another 5-10 minutes. She maybe said, when you go, come back. I didn't really understand her properly. I didn't know if she meant like come back to Uruguay because we were talking about me going to Brazil. But nonetheless, if you let me camp, let me take you out to dinner, because there's plenty of these restaurants that would have the freshest fish. I would love to go to a fresh fish restaurant and we might film a little bit. I don't know. I always like kind of alley-oop these ideas up in the air on the camera, kind of setting up an intro, but sometimes they don't go to plan. But we're gonna go check it out, Miss Patti. That's that 360 bridge. Saying goodbye to that. Nonetheless, it's quite cold, so it's very important that if we do want to camp, it has to be in a safe place, because Patty and I have to sleep in the tent together so that we can stay warm, and I can make sure that if she gets up during the night and wriggles up the blanket off of her, that I can put the blanket back on her. Perdón, amigos, ¿cómo están? Yo no necesito combustible, estoy para preguntar si hay un lugar para camping, acampar cerca por acá.
¿Lugar para camping? Yo creo que no hay problema en cualquier lugar.
¿Sí?
¿Algún lugar para camping? ¿Camping? No, no se puede.
Bueno, gracias. Ciao. So yeah, I think the best idea is what I was saying. Go back to that elderly lady and just pull up and say, you mind if we camp? Even if it's not even on her property, behind her property in between the lagoon, would be safe for the tuk-tuk to stay there during the night. We'll see how it goes. You good, Patty? Never mind, we go back to the abandoned house and I think this lady's not home. I kind of was yelling out, but there's not even a driveway to safely get the vehicle down to the house to keep it safe. So she mustn't own a car, it's just the house itself. So we're gonna just continue on. I don't know where we're gonna find a place for tonight, but we'll figure it out.
Chocolate, nada.
Algo, ¿sabes?
Bueno, te explico.
Sí. So it looks like we might have a spot. We've got just the store owner helping us out. We're proper rural. And we haven't seen so much rural, have we now, Mr. You're not so stray, you've got a little collar, but Paddy's, yeah, we've got her wrapped up. And the whole town were just out before checking out the vehicle.
De él y mío quedó a cargo y habla contigo.
Ok, perfecto,
Ahí
gracias.
está hablando.
Ok.
Diego, hablale.
Hola Diego, ¿cómo estás?
How you doing?
I'm really good. Wow, you got good English.
Very good. Okay, está. Speak Spanish, así practice the Spanish local.
Ok, perfecto.
The language local. Bueno, bien. Yo tengo un sitio donde te puedes quedar.
Ok, sería buenísimo.
El tema es que se alquila,
Claro, entiendo.
¿ok? No es gratuito, o sea.
Claro. No, entiendo.
Entonces, nada, entonces básicamente en estos lugares no está la cultura del camping.
Sí.
¿Entendés?
Sí, más
Entonces es
turístico.
muy difícil.
Estoy en un mototaxi.
Estás en un mototaxi, ok. Yo te vi pasar recién, me parece. Donde vas a,
Ok.
¿Y Diego?
a ver si el lugar está.
Diego,
si dejan ahí, ¿sí?
¿qué
Me
onda?
dejan poder pasarle mi contacto que
Dale.
son 10 minutos porque justo me estoy cocinando algo.
Dale.
Voy para ahí.
Dale.
Dale, vamos a
Sí,
Beso, chao.
la perra.
Escúchame, ¿tú tenés problema de que sea un lugar tipo como una lagunita así?
No, la única problema es que no hay puertas, ¿viste?
Sí.
No quiero nada pasar con el vehículo. Y por ella no va a dormir adentro, ella va a dormir en la carpa. Pero normalmente acampamos en cualquier lado sin problema por ella de dentro. Ella muerde cuando ella es adentro del vehículo. Ella guardiana.
Seguro, si uno se arrima al vehículo y chao.
Sí,
¿Y está
escúchame.
bien?
¿Y en donde tú,
Sí.
a donde tú decides llevarlo?
Es lindo.
¿Es firme para que entre con el vehículo?
Sí, si nosotros entramos con el cuatri.
Entramos con el cuatriciclo, entramos.
Es lindo ahí.
Bueno, tú síguelo a ellos a ver si te gusta.
Ok,
Si no te gusta,
vuelves.
venís y te
perfecto.
mando para otro
Ok,
lado.
muchísimas gracias por ayudando.
No, por favor. ¿Para qué
Perfecto.
estamos?
Entonces, seguirte.
Sí, no seguís.
Ok, gracias.
Ahora damos la vueltita.
Now we've got like the whole rural town helping us out, Miss Patti, to try to find a spot. I love that. He's got the beer in his hand and he's about to drive his car. That's so golden. This classic rural Uruguay, eh? So we're just following these legends through rural Uruguay. What do you reckon, Miss Patti? And potentially gonna find a spot for the night. How good's this? Gracias otra vez por eso.
No, todo bien. Esto es nuestra casita.
Ah, sí,
Estamos pensando cómo...
Ayudarte.
¿Querés quedarte acá?
sí. Sí, está
Vení
bien.
a ver,
Sí,
vení a
está
ver.
bien contigo.
Sí, conmigo
Perfecto.
y con ella.
Todo bien, sí podemos
Con mi hijo
ayudar.
está ahí adentro.
Gracias.
Está mirando, está jugando con la Play.
Perfecto.
Así que-
Perfecto.
Yo digo, capaz
Vení.
que necesita tomar agua, ir al baño.
No, sí,
Seguro.
estoy muy
¿Viste?
simple. Tengo todo para cocinar también.
No, cocino yo.
No.
Sí, voy a hacer asado esta noche.
Oh, ¿en serio?
Sí, en serio.
Pero al menos voy a ir al
Esto no te
almacén
muerde, te
para,
araña.
para comprar más cervezas para
Es
nosotros.
que no, todo bien.
Hola a todos. Hola.
Venga,
Tenemos unos
vengan
cuantos.
acá. No molesten.
Sí.
Ay,
Qué bien.
Sí, mirá lo que es.
Sí,
Es un
son
ranchito.
divinos.
Es
Sí,
un
sí.
ranchito, ¿me
Sí.
entendés? Vení.
Wow, me encanta tu casa.
mira,
Todo es lindo.
acá también tengo otros pajaritos, son medio como cotorritas, no la vas a ver.
Gracias.
Viste como tu casa.
Tenés todo lo que necesitas. Re lindo.
Sí.
Re lindo.
Sí.
Wow.
Vaya adentro.
Tu casa es re lindo.
Gracias.
Re lindo.
¿Viste?
Yo me encanta. We're camping in their yard tonight. That's really nice. Latin America's like that, where you can have no plan, getting dark and cold, and you just pull up to the local corner store and just walk in and just say, hey, we're gonna stay, and somebody's gonna be in there like they were, and they were just like, why don't you just pull up to to our place and stay the night, and we're not like where you're gonna go, they're gonna charge you. He was literally saying, but you stay here with us, you watch the game, we have a couple beers, we cook some meat up, you're our guest, and we won't charge you anything. And I'm like, no, I've got to help in some way. Freaking legends. So that's really nice of them. And the very best thing is that Patty and I are going to be in the tent together, warm and comfortable and safe, and the vehicle will be safe as well. That was what we wanted, and we made it happen, didn't we? Proud of us. We're doing good. Free. Good girl. They've got a beautiful house. They call it the little ranch, and we've got a gorgeous sunset as we're walking towards this lake at the end of the road. Patty's been in the tuk-tuk. It's cold. We've been driving quite a bit today. Not so much, but just barely enough for her to get a bit antsy. So she hasn't been really out yet. Patty, come, sit. So you're all over the place back there, weren't you? Stay, free. Good girl. And this is more of the little ranchitos, I guess you could say, from what he was calling them. Buenas noches, ¿cómo está? What's good? I know none of these beers there. He was drinking these, so we're gonna get them.
5.
Perfecto.
¿Algo más?
No, eso todo, gracias.
¿Y estos chorizos?
Sí, una es suficiente, tal vez 2. Un de rojo, un de azul, sería bien. Perfecto. Gracias. Gracias. So the woman's name is Patricia, and we got the beers and chorizo for the asado, and she gave us plenty of these. So that's the postre. Those were free, so the little desserts. Es una buena onda. Voy a grabar el asadito.
No,
y tenemos la Pati. Relax, Pati.
Un sanguchito de lengua a la vinagreta, ¿sabes cómo?
Ah, ¿en serio? Ok, no, nunca. Dale, perfecto. Gracias. Muy bien, Pati. So we got the tuk-tuk just there. No, you can't see it, but we've got like a really nice asado flame going on. These guys know how to do it. That's impressive. Nice. We'll set up the tent. Ah, mira eso, Pati.
Acá tenés agüita.
Hay agua.
Ahí está. Ahí
Muy
tenés
bien.
agua.
Gracias.
No, por favor, eso es yo le pongo el agua a ellos.
And here we go. We've got the tongue of a cow that's been done in vinegar. I've taken a bite. I don't know how I quite feel about that. It's maybe an acquired taste, but we're getting amongst it. We're definitely doing our best to get amongst the culture. That's what we're doing right now. In a ranch in the middle of nowhere in Uruguay, eating. When you put it in perspective like that, I've just got Miss Pati. Well, that's what you can probably hear, but I've got Miss Pati beside me. And when you put it in perspective of what we're achieving, what we're doing, the fact that we're this rural, getting taken in by amazing people, it just shows how incredible Latin America goes, but also that we're really achieving what we set out to do, which is get to know the cultures, the music, the people, the foods. This is awesome. How good. Got the tent in the background setting up, washing that vinegar tongue down with some bevies. How good, man. How good. This is just like a typical lager here in Uruguay. Sí, amigo. Mira eso. Es un asadito, señor.
Ahora vamos a hacer un asadito. Vamos a poner una carnecita y vamos a poner un choricito.
Perfecto.
¿Eh?
¿Y tenés la cerveza, no?
Tomate, sí.
Perfecto, muy bien. Me gustan los colores.
Bien.
Y ellos dicen que el asado es mejor en Argentina que Uruguay, pero esa noche vas a cambiar mi mente, ¿no?
Digo, vos sabés que en Argentina Dicen que el dulce de leche lo inventaron ellos.
Sí.
El mate lo inventaron ellos. El asado lo inventaron ellos. Le falta inventar a las mujeres a ellos. Todo inventaron los argentinos. En Uruguay estamos acá. Ahora se va a dar cuenta quién inventa ahora cuando ganemos el campeonato.
Eso, salud.
A tu salud. Bienvenido.
Gracias, che. Gracias.
No, yo no.
Pica ahí, Brian.
¿Viste eso?
Gracias.
Las bromas.
La broma, sí, sí, los
broma.
chistes.
Seguro hay que
Me
reírse.
encanta.
Hay que reírse, si no te reís.
Sí. A veces no entiendo, pero...
Claro. Sí, a mí me claro. Ahí está.
Wow.
Yo lo aliento.
Qué bien. Buena comida con buena gente, gracias.
Ay, gracias.
Salada.
Por ahora, con el unga, sí, gracias.
No saques la parte quemada para la filmación.
Chacarera del rancho.
Del ranchito. Sí, dale, tranquilo.
Es como dulce de leche con durazno. Bueno,
La loca también.
Claro.
Ahora sale y como que quiere mover.
A los diferentes puntos del estadio. Vamos a escuchar los himnos que llegan a continuación aquí en el...
El pasión del hombre, sí.
Ahí está.
Vamos Uruguay. Sí.
Ah, medio raro se pintó el sol ese hombre, ¿no? Ah, ese ya, viste, ese ya va. Yo nunca vi que el sol estuviera acá en la bandera,
No,
¿verdad?
aparte del otro lado.
Eso sí, está mal pintado, porque se puso el sol acá, no, el sol acá, pero...
Claro.
Pues los uruguayos
Y el
son
otro se
tremendos.
fue. Sabemos cumplir. Tiri, 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 tiri.
Oh, hola gorda. ¿Qué haces? Sí, la china. A ellos les encanta, la cámara le encanta a él.
Ah, sí, a los chinos les encanta si son enfermos.
Sí, joder.
Vale.
Qué bien.
Ahí está.
Y eso es eso que me regaló. Gracias.
Ronald Araujo lanzando para Darwin Núñez. Encuentra rápidamente Estados Unidos en el fondo con...
We've got the nicest stars. I wish they were showed off a little bit better on the GoPro. You can't see them, but man, we're just taking Patty Sita for a walk. A couple of beers down. Gonna look good. Loving it. Freaking, I'm just so happy. I hope you guys can see that. I know you guys can see that. But yeah, that's just an amazing ending to an incredible day on the road. We've had a couple crazy days since Montevideo, so just want to call it there. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Thanks for, yeah, just come with us to meet these people, get amongst the culture, see what really each country is about. So I hope I'm showing off Uruguay in a successful manner. We're just loving the journey, loving the process. What a day, freaking incredible legends. What do you say, Pati? Good night? That's it? Good girl, good relax. Good girl.